Good morning, everyone. Welcome again to Arett University. This morning we have Mark Griffith from Lebanon. Mark, go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone is having a great day. You just have to bear with me whenever I do something live like this. I may miss a few things, but if you have any questions during the presentation, please don't hesitate to ask. So we're starting off with Lebanon, and a lot of people just wonder, who is Lebanon? We're a family-owned business. We're founded and headquartered in Lebanon, Pennsylvania. Supplier of home and lawn and garden products, including wild bird feed, professional lawn landscape products, and golf and sports turf products. And product predominantly is made in the USA, built on a commitment to new product research and development. Our owner is Catherine Bishop, and she's the CEO of Lebanon Seaboard Corporation as well. Her father started the business in over 65 years. See, I'm already making mistakes, but thank you for bearing with me. So Lebanon Seaboard, again, for those of you who I'm sure are familiar, is predominantly our main product is preen, but we also have Greenview fertilizer and lyric birdseed. So our innovation is driven by serving the landscape professionals. Our company was basically founded for the landscape professional, and we are one of the largest suppliers to the golf course industry on the professional side. So the technology taken from the pro side is then given to us on the consumer side, which we're able to create some of the products that we have. And we are a leader of professional turf products, proprietary biological nutrient source provider, and unique consumer products. So as you can see from some of the name brands here, we're very diverse in our product mix. And we have quite an extensive line of research partners that help us test our products before we bring them to market. We are also committed to being a good steward of the earth, and as you can see, we're involved with many regulatory and industry memberships. So we're going to start off with preen as America's #1 garden weed preventer. Now, I'm sure a lot of you probably people understand preen and know what it's about, but I'm going to just go through each of the product lines so you have more of an understanding of preen. So what is preen? Preen is a garden weed preventer. It's not a weed killer. The active ingredient in preen is treflan, and we encourage people to stop weeds before they start, and it prevents weeds for up to 3 months. This is our premier line of the regular preen. Comes in various different sizes. We have the regular bottle size that covers 900 square feet. We have a 13-pound bag and a 31-pound bag, and we also have a 16-pound pail. And you can see the different coverage amounts highlighted in red. So depending on your consumer or what they're looking for, we have a size for them. Then moving on to our preen garden weed preventer with plant food. It's the same active ingredient treflan, but it also has plant food mixed in as well. So now you're getting a dual-purpose product where they can prevent weeds but also fertilize any plants that they have that they're using the preen around. It also comes in 3 sizes, 900 square foot coverage for the bottle, 2,500 with the pail, and 13-pound bag covers a little over 2,000 square feet. We also have a battery-powered preen, and I should say that all of these preen items are available in a northern and southern version. Predominantly where we are, we'll be using the northern version. This also is treflan, has a battery applicator top that covers 1,000 square feet. And then we also have our preen organic vegetable garden weed preventer. The active ingredient is corn gluten, and this is for those consumers that are truly hardcore organic consumers that don't want to use any chemicals or pesticides in their lawns or gardens. This is a perfect alternative for them. Difference being is that with most organic products, they don't last as long and don't work as well, and they have to be used more frequently. So with the regular preen, if you remember back on the other slide, it covered 900 square feet. This only covers 250 square feet in our bottle. And the regular preen will last up to 3 months. This will last up to 6 weeks. So there's a difference, but again, for a consumer that is truly organic, this is the perfect product for them. So how do you use preen? series of steps that we recommend. First, you would remove any existing weeds to start the season with a clean slate. Take care to remove the roots. Preen doesn't kill existing weeds, as you all may be aware of. It prevents the germination of new weed seeds. 3-inch layer of mulch helps retain soil moisture, keeps soil temperature even, looks nice and tidy. It also has weed-preventing properties of its own. So step 3 then, would you'd sprinkle the preen preventer on top of the mulch. Apply the product when its garden is dry so preen granules won't stick to the wet leaves. Step 4, after applying preen, it's important to water the granules in to release the weed preventer ingredient within 2 days of application. Throughout the season, a few random weeds may appear. Often these are weeds that are already sprouted but were not yet visible when you applied preen weed preventer. And then reapply weed preventer mid-season to keep seeds from current year's weed crop from germinating, bearing in mind that many weeds set seed in late summer or fall. So again, it's just to reiterate that, the preen is not just to be used just once. It can be used many times throughout the year, every time you disrupt the soil. And for preen, as you know, we do have our support in the form of television advertising, digital media, PR, and so on, and starts the first week of April and goes through mid-May. So that is peak time for preen when consumers are seeing it. So the best time to have preen in your store is during this time. This year we're changing also our preen rebates, and these rebates are exclusive to independent distributors only. They are not available for the chains. We are moving to an online preen rebate this year, but you will receive shelf talkers describing the program that are available through your Arett sales rep. So please make sure that you ask them how to obtain these rebate forms that you can apply to your shelf by the preen. And these are some of the television shows that we'll be advertising on all major networks. We also have a broadleaf weed control, which is a dry form of weed control for your lawn. The active ingredient, for those who are familiar with the term Trimec, which is 2,4-D, MCPP, and dicamba, comes in 2 sizes, a 5,000 square foot bag and a 15,000 square foot bag. This is ideal for the consumers that don't use any type of a liquid weed killer. It can be used in their lawn spreaders and can be used after you have already applied your fertilizer. In most cases, once somebody fertilizes their lawn and they have weeds, you don't want to give them another weeding feed because it'll be putting too much fertilizer. This is a perfect alternative for them. So now moving on to Greenview, which is our fertilizer line. Again, I'm just taking it that everybody is not familiar with the aspects of lawn and how to apply fertilizer, so I'm just going to go through it. If you have any questions, again, please don't hesitate to ask. So I don't have to tell you, I'm sure you're all aware that when you have a nice lawn, it does upgrade the value of your home, in some cases up to 5%. When it comes to lawn care, as everyone is aware, timing is the key. Just because it's April or just because it's May doesn't mean that that's the best time. It has everything to do with the weather. So you want to monitor the weather and make sure that the weather is just where it needs to be for applying fertilizer or any controls. The importance of a beautiful lawn, as you may be aware, is it prevents erosion, filters rainwater, improves air quality, increases property value, and it beautifies the neighborhood. So the grass seed plant has 4 necessities for a better lawn: light, air, water, and nutrients. And typically, the 3 main things that you're going to be doing with your lawn is mowing, irrigation, and fertilization if you want to have a beautiful lawn. There's also an importance of proper watering. Watering through mid-afternoon, avoid light, frequent watering. Water about 1 inch per week, all at once. Water only when needed. Common lawn mowing missteps. Mowing height too low. Keep your grass 2.5 to 3 inches. Mowing with a dull blade is not what you want to do. Infrequent mowing, once per week, is not enough when grass is growing fast. So mowing frequency. Follow the 1/3 rule. Never cut off more than 1/3 of the blade of grass at one time. Mower sharpness is also key. You don't want to leave a dull blade of grass. The major nutrients in fertilizer: nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. This is the ratio of NPK in a fertilizer, stands for the nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Nitrogen is essential, as you're all aware, for growth and root density. Phosphorus, in most cases, should be 0. Potassium in the fertilizer increases the disease resistance, resiliency to drought, and winter hardiness. And I'm assuming that you all have access to this presentation so you can read thoroughly more about each of these, the NPK. So what is NPK? Up, down, and all around. Nitrogen helps the plant grow up. Most lawns do not need phosphorus, so we keep that down to 0, but it is in our starter fertilizer. And potassium helps maintain the plant's all-around health and vitality. So I don't remember the middle number being 0. Why is that? What do you need to know about changing no phosphorus regulations? Recent studies have shown that there are ample amounts of naturally occurring phosphorus in most soils, with the exception of newly seeded lawns. Phosphorus excess not absorbed by the plants was washing into waterways and contributing to algae bloom. New lawns, seeded or sodded, need more potassium than existing lawns. Legislation is in place in many states banning phosphorus from use by homeowners, and it continues to grow state by state. So we have an answer for all of this. And this is our Greenview standard fertilizer line, available in both 5 and 15M coverage: lawn food, crabgrass control, broadleaf weed control, lawn food, and starter fertilizer. One of the things that we have as a proprietary ingredient is Mesa. It's a patented nitrogen source developed by Lebanon Seaboard, minimizes loss of the environment, and maximizes the benefits to the lawn. Improved nitrogen efficiency means more nutrient goes into the grass plant, provides quick greening response, and lasts up to 8 weeks. Can be used with confidence around water sources like ponds. Mesa is a mixture of 2 different nitrogen fertilizers in one. Each granule of Mesa looks homogeneous, is composed of a triangle of Methex polymer strands, trapping many of the granules in ammonium sulfate. If you split a granule, you cannot release all the ammonium sulfate from its tangled trap. What does that mean? The result is a single fertilizer that provides quick nitrogen green up on turf that lasts and lasts. You get controlled released nitrogen that doesn't quit until the last granule of Mesa disappeared. So the difference between fertilizer, Greenview, and fertilizer with GreenSmart, as you see that on the left, fertilizer can tend to leach through the soil and even further down. What Greenview fertilizer does is it stays within the root zone, so there's less leaching and more nutrients actually get to the plant. Greenview crabgrass control. This is ideally, as you're all aware, that is your first application to prevent pre- and post-emergent crabgrass. 20% slow-release nitrogen, better able to withstand the stresses and heat drought, quicker green up, maintains deep green color longer, and again lasts up to 8 weeks with an NPK of 2604, also available in 5 and 15M sizes. Everybody's familiar with crabgrass. It's one of those dreaded weeds that comes out in late June, July. Goosegrass, which is all controlled by our product. Then we move into Greenview broadleaf weed control. And what makes this different is we have Trimec ester in here, which is an amped up form of Trimec, which is the ester part of it, that helps control over 250 weeds. Again, 20% slow release nitrogen, available in, actually in 3 sizes, 2.5, 2.5M, 13 pound is 5M, and 15. The dreaded dandelion, #1 weed in most lawns. Curly dock, buckhorn plant, so Greenview weed preventer controls all of these weeds. Ground ivy is also another really tough weed, and creeping Charlie. Greenview Lawn Food, which is your third application, you apply around summer or Independence Day. Again, another 20% slow-release nitrogen with our proprietary Mesa ingredient. Greenview Fall Lawn Food. You know, most people argue that this is the most important time of feeding for the year. It helps established grass grow strong in the fall, develop vigorous root system, prepares grass to survive winter stress, and feeds up to 8 weeks. And this is typically your last application, early fall or around Labor Day. Available in 5 and 15. And we also have a starter fertilizer when you're seeding your lawns. This year, to support Greenview, we do have a rebate of up to $40, which is a $5 rebate on 2 5M bags, $10 rebate on 2 15, and purchases between 215 and 531. These are available again through your Arett sales rep. And then we move into our premium quality pro-inspired line of fertilizers, which is our Fairway formula. This is to promote actually a 2-step program as opposed to a 4-step program. You'll save time and money by only applying twice a year and have more time to spend doing the things you enjoy. It's a season-long fertilizer program to fit your busy schedule, now in 2 steps, once in the spring and once in the fall. So spring fertilizer, weed and feed, and crabgrass preventer replaces steps 1 and 2 in the time-saving application. It's a next-generation time-release nitrogen, fertilizes for up to 12 weeks. This is over 50% slow release. Triple action formula, season-long crabgrass preventer, which is pre- and post-emergent control, plus broadleaf control, and fertilizer, all in one application. Typically, you would apply this when the dandelions start to bloom. The active ingredient is Trimec and Dimension. And our fall fertilizer, again, best time is in the fall to fertilize your lawn. Again, with 50% slow-release nitrogen in a 5 and 10M square foot coverage. And this is a 30-0-12, apply in September through mid-October. We also have some wonderful POP to support the Fairway line that's available to your store. You can get this, again, through your Arett sales rep. Other products in the line is a regular straight lawn fertilizer and a spring fertilizer with crabgrass preventer. We also have a seed starter fertilizer plus crabgrass preventer, which is tougher sand. Because as in many cases, you know, people want to be able to use a crabgrass preventer and seed at the same time. Most starter fertilizers you cannot do that with, but with the Greenview seed starter fertilizer, crabgrass preventer, you can use in the beginning of the season to prevent crabgrass as well as seed at the same time. We also have an extensive line of grass seed in the Fairway formula brand, which has just been reintroduced into Arett and is now in their warehouse. As with all of our products, there's a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Lyric birdseed. Now, I know there's quite a variety of bird seeds available to you, and of course I'm going to say we have the best bird seed out there, which we truly believe. From a cleanliness standpoint, of freshness, our packaging is superior. Formulated with leading experts to attract specific birds, we have over 25 carefully selected and clean ingredients, handcrafted, waste-free, filler-free mixes. Our mixes attract more birds, which equates to repeat sales. Popular proven nutrients, black oil sunflower chips, Niger, and white proso millet. Foods used in seed mixes most attractive to birds. No red milo, no red millet, oats, or wheat. We even use roasted peanuts instead of raw peanuts, which is more desired by birds. Never knew that. Oxygen absorbers have been created to keep food fresh. We are now using oxygen absorbers in our bird seed that completely brings out all the oxygen in the package to prevent any type of insects, as well as keeping the product fresher longer. You will see this on our bags as noted with the Stay Fresh technology. We are also moving to all resealable bags to keep our foods fresh. So our premium selective mixes are designed specifically to attract most popular songbirds: cardinal, chickadee, woodpecker, and finch. Our premium variety mixes, Supreme, Delight, Fine Tunes, and Fruit and Nut. These are our 4 best sellers, and there's usually some great promotions on these items, so I would encourage you again to work with your Arett salesperson to find out what promotional opportunities we are offering on these mixes throughout the year. Our premium straight foods, which include sunflower, golden safflower, Niger seed, sunflower kernels, and peanut pieces. We also have point-of-purchase material available to you that helps you identify the Lyric brand in your stores. Again, all available through your Arett sales rep or through communication with them, which they can get the information to me. Well, that's it. I really appreciate everyone's time. I hope that I've answered some of these questions for you. I see some questions here. Do we have a weed chart that shows weeds and shows the solutions? Unfortunately, we do not. I apologize for that.
Thanks so much, Mark, and this presentation will be out on Arett University by early next week.